The champion, Kamaru Usman, taking on the challenger, Jorge Masvidal. Usman defending his welterweight title in the main event after Gilbert Burns was removed from the card for testing positive for COVID-19. Props, number one, for the UFC for putting this last-minute title fight together. They pull it off, and although in a way I'm a little disappointed that this fight isn't getting as much promotion, I guess, as it would have if this was something that they had worked the deal out months ago and they were promoting this thing for 2 months. It's such a massive title fight. It's one that all fight fans were looking forward to, and they made it happen. So I'm not going to complain. I just anytime you throw together a last-minute championship fight, I think you lose some of that buildup. But we've got it. It's the fight that fans wanted to see. As we get Masvidal coming in, the odds currently, as of recording of this show, Jordan, Masvidal coming in as a plus 200 underdog. Usman, the money has come in recently on Masvidal. Usman opened as a minus 300 favorite. So a lay 300 to win 100. He's currently a minus 260 favorite. So the odds are shifting a little bit. Money going in on the underdog. Your take?
I think that it is. I think that at first the opening line, outside of Masvidal not having the full camp, was a little bit disrespectful in my humble opinion. I think that he's game bred for a reason. He is the humanization of his actual nickname. He's setting the record for the most professional fights ever before the first UFC title in somebody's career. He has 48 professional fights coming into this bout. If we know anything about Jorge Masvidal, it's that we know that he will show up to fight. It's that we know that it doesn't matter, even if, and we know that he wasn't just on the couch. It's not like he's coming off the couch.
Yeah. Great point. And as you look at it, I think some of the X factors going into a short notice fight is I think both athletes will rely on their strengths. I think Usman with his, wrestling and he'll try to get this fight down to the ground. Masvidal breaking out his really explosive striking stand-up game. It comes down to, in my opinion, Jordan, who will be able to really impose their will and their game plan in this. Experience-wise, that is definitely on the side of Gamebred, but Usman has the benefit of the full camp. Masvidal coming in late, he admitted having to cut 20 pounds to get to the welterweight mark, and do so in tough situations in his room for 2 straight days. He's done it before. If anyone can do it, he can, but just more challenges as he gets ready for this title fight. I just think there are a lot of X factors going up against Masvidal in this championship fight.
Couldn't agree with you more. And no Mike Brown in his corner.
Great point. If you didn't know, his longtime coach, Mike Brown, he too tested positive for COVID-19, so he will not be making the trip. So you add up a lot of different issues there. But, history has shown that last-minute challengers coming into a championship fight have had success before. It's interesting just hearing him do interviews too. He's so confident, he's saying his secret sauce is going to be, he's going to baptize Usman. He says it's time to get paid. And truthfully, Jordan, if he wins this, I know he's already getting paid for this fight, but he will move up into that top echelon of fighters that demand that main event superstar type of money. So not going to be easy. It's going to be a great fight. Usman has won 15 in a row, including all 10 of his appearances in the octagon. I think his fight against Covington proved that he is as tough as they come, showed the heart of a champion and weathering a storm in that fight, bouncing back. I just think the contrasting styles is interesting too. Usman about the pressure and putting opponents down on the mat, just takedowns galore in a pace that is just relentless. And on the flip side, Masvidal traditionally just been a counter fighter with exceptional takedown defense and been more aggressive with his striking of late. So I think the key is who is going to be able to basically implement their strengths and their game plan to be successful and come out victorious.
Agreed. And conditioning, I think, is going to be an underlying factor in this. Just simply from the fact that Kamaru already has great conditioning, Ron, but he's been doing this entire camp up here with Trevor Whitman, Justin Gaethje, and everybody here in Colorado. So you add those altitude lungs on top of his already great gas tank against, Jorge, who might not have been doing all the conditioning. That may be where we finally see the difference, but it'll be an interesting thing to see either way.
Yeah, I agree. And I think for one time that I can remember, it's been a long time since dealing with some outside fights. I think, there's just, I think the weather could be an issue just because, the temperature out there. And as the fights go longer, fighters get more sweaty, difficult to make, submissions and more wrestling. So, great fight. Again, the odds as of this recording, Usman is the favorite at -260, Masvidal +200.